Alrighty, hey guys, got another Dragon Ball kit that I'm going to be reviewing here for you guys. This is from the original Dragon Ball. This is from a new line that Bandai is doing called the Mecha-Collection, the Dragon Ball Mecha-Collection. So it's going to be some like Dragon Ball vehicles and then like some characters like to go along with that. So this is the first one in the line as noted by this number 1, the 1-star Dragon Ball there. It says, comes with romantic parts. So there's actually, I guess, going to be like one part in each. Let me show you this up close. I noticed this actually when I saw pictures of the runners online already before I've actually taken a look in the box. And I noticed there was one part that looked like a part for an airplane. I thought, why is that included with this kit? But it looks like, it says comes with one romantic part. So it looks like if you buy one of each of the kits in this set, each kit will come with one part that you'll later be able to put all those parts together to make this airplane kit, which looks like that'll be pretty cool. So I am planning on getting all the kits in this line because these look super cool. Like I said, I really love that Akira Toriyama style of just like the original Dragon Ball, this kind of artwork where it's not like fighting and like any sort of like action thing. It's just kind of the more, it's sort of more of akin to like Studio Ghibli in a lot of ways. So love all the artwork here. These boxes are pretty small. They're like the same size as the petite guy box, but just the artwork here on the box is really, really cool. I like this a lot. It says it also comes with a Mecha-Collection Dragon Ball Capsule Corporation Mechanics Guide is included, so I don't know what that's quite all about. But here on the bottom, just kind of same like a Gundam kit, nothing really too special there on the bottom. Here on the side, we've just got a kind of vertical clip of like the front half of the model kit. And it looks like, okay, here's what you're going to be able to do. So like with the manga, how you're able to stack all the mangas and all like the spine of the mangas all make one big picture, you're going to be able to do the same thing with the boxes of these kits as well. That is going to be really awesome. So here we have the 1, that's the kanji for 1 there. It does look like a 1 when you turn it that way, but so these will be numbered in a way and then you'll be able to stack them together. So in the first one we have this bike here. This is, I guess I should have mentioned that this is Bulma's Capsule No.9 motorcycle. So we have Bulma's motorcycle, and then in the bottom here you can see that's just the very start of the second kit in the line, which is Ox King's vehicle, which I'll be reviewing for you guys next. Here on the other side, it's just got, okay, here's talking a little bit more about this. So it says, if you collect all 7 volumes, I'll give you romantic. It's kind of weird. But it says the romantic part of volume 1 is upper body. So yeah, if there's going to be 7 kits in the line, I guess. So like one for each of the 7 Dragon Balls. So this is the first one. And so here we just have a couple of just very small photos of what the actual kit is going to look like. This is probably the best photo of the actual kit, is just kind of there on the front. We do have Bulma and Goku there riding along. So the price of this is 650 yen, so quite cheap, about $5-6 really. So small kit, similar in price to a petite guy. And then we just have one little bag here of just, it looks like 2 runners basically, and some stickers. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, no water slides. Would really love to at least have like a couple of water slides for that like Capsule 9 marking there on the side, and maybe for that AF4029 on there. That would have been really, really nice to have, but unfortunately we don't have that. So here on the back we do have the color guide though, so there's a couple more photos of that. And the color guide here all in Japanese and English, so that's nice. Everything in here also in Japanese and English. So there's the stickers. Would have really been nice. That would have been like just 1, 2, 3 just little polycaps for this kit, or sorry, not polycaps, but water slides, and then those are like stickers for the console of the bike as well, or that's the one sticker for the console of the bike there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 water slides. I think, come on Bandai, like, alright, whatever. Alright, so opening this up, here we've got our parts list there, just the 2 runners and the stickers, a little bit about just how to build it. Then here is talking about the Bulma's romantic fighter plane. Okay, I guess that's what that's going to be called. It seems like, unfortunately, that this plane is not going to be including any sort of figure, like character figure for that, like all the other sets will have, but says it's showing you just which parts are going to come with which sets. So like volume 7 will be the propellers, volume 2 will include the bottom half of the plane as well as this clear cockpit part, and then volume 3, 4, 5 will include this other parts as well. So alright, let's get into the construction here. We can see another image of kit there. So it's going to be very simple in terms of its construction. It's not really the most complicated kit. And it's going to be relatively small too. There you can see how the characters are going to be going together. So we've got Bulma, basically like the body and the arms, the front chest, and then for the head it's like just the face going on the front, and then the back kind of ponytail ribbon there going plugging onto the back of the head. And then Goku is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts plus the power pole there on his back. And those Goku actually plug into the back of Bulma, and then Bulma sits down on the bike there, and then we have the clear canopy to go over the top of that. All right, let's get a look at the runners. Actually, hold that thought. We do have to look at this, the Dragon Mecha-Collection Dragon Ball booklet here that's included with this. So it looks like here's just showing again about the romantic parts, and that's also going to have some markings. So I'm not sure which set the marking is going to come with. I don't know, but anyway, that airplane does look pretty cool. So if we open this up, looks like it's just going to be going over which kits are going to be included and the artwork for all of them actually. So let's see, like here's the set one. This is all in Japanese, unfortunately. For like down here, showing like the details of the parts, it has like the name of the part in English, but then the details there in Japanese. So not a lot of English in here, but there's some, unfortunately. It looks okay. But anyway, if you had a scanner and means of printing water slides on your own, looks like you could just scan these here in the manual. That would be quite nice because it seems like all of the markings are included here. So like here's the second one. Like I said, I have this one just over there. I'll be reviewing this one for you guys very soon as well. So there's just like the one marking for that and details of that. Ox King's vehicle. Number 3, Lunch is one-wheel motorcycle. Really looking forward to this one as well. In Dragon Ball, Lunch is kind of really one of my favorite characters, to be honest. Just really funny. It's always some antics when she's involved. So there's that. Set 3 would be Son Goku's jet buggy. So that will be a really cool one as well. It'll be that. And then set 5, Yamcha's Mighty Mouse. So I think this was the latest one that just came up for pre-order not too long ago. But sets 5 and 6 are not up for pre-order yet, so I actually don't know what they are. Here it is, the big reveal. This is actually news to me as well. So number 6 will be Oolong's Road Buggy. So we'll have that to look forward to with Oolong, and then Goku there, it looks like is going to be coming along with that as well. And let's see. I was just noticing that the marking for that is going to be quite similar to the airplane. And the last one is going to be Master Roshi's wagon. So that'll be cool as well. So it looks like we'll have Master Roshi along with Yamcha, Krillin, and Goku there riding in the back, possibly. So not really in this really small kit. I'm not really sure if they'll be able to get all those characters inside of there. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe that will be a little bit larger than the rest of them, quite possibly. So we'll have to see. Anyway, looking forward to the rest of that set for sure. Alright, so here are those stickers. Again, pretty small. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 stickers there to go around on the set. What would really be cool is like once the set was done, if Bandai like just put out a set of water slides for like the whole set of like all 7 kits. That'd be awesome. I really highly doubt that that's going to happen, but that would be cool. What I may end up doing is just keeping these to scan them and then get Samuel to print out some water slides for me for these, or we'll have to see. Alright, so here we have runner A1, and we've got 3 different colors on here. This side, just a few parts in light gray. On this side, just a few parts in white, and then just this kind of that brownish gray color that Bandai often uses here in the center. So the motorcycle itself will be pretty color accurate, but the characters obviously are going to need a lot of paint. They're always molded in gray. So here we have our one part there for the romantic, what was that, romantic jet or whatever anyway. That's kind of thing that we need to collect all the parts separately. Here's a close-up look at some of those parts for Son Goku. You can see there. And then runner A2 here is the same, just some light gray, white, and then just kind of that normal brown gray, and then our one clear piece there for the canopy. Definitely got to give that clear piece a dip in the old future to give that a really nice clear shine. And so here we have all the parts for Bulma as well. So there's her little face there, very tiny. And so all these, not all these 2 runners, they have the marking with Mecha-Collection. That would be just Mecha-Collection. Mecha-Collection Bulma no Capsule No.9 bike. So Bulma's Capsule No.9 bike. Alrighty, and then when it all comes together, here is what you're going to have. It's quite small, but really nicely detailed, and the part separation is actually really quite good on the bike itself. You can see that there's that 2-tone, the white and the gray, and then we have that darker gray for the tires. And so, I mean, if just straight out of the box, if you're just going to just panel line that up, the motorcycle would be looking pretty alright. I mean, of course, it's going to look better if you go in add in some more details and things like that. But the figures themselves, definitely going to need some paint. So I mean, if you wanted to buy this set and you're not planning on painting it at all, then you may end up being a little bit disappointed. I mean, it's not very expensive, it's quite cheap, so I mean, it's not so bad if you're fine with it just how it is, but I think painting up is definitely going to be the best way to bring out all the awesomeness of this kit. As you can see, the stickers on there are looking pretty alright. I did decide to go ahead and just throw those on just for the sake of the review. I'll worry about getting some scans and water slides of those sometime later. I don't think it's really going to be too hard to get those, so we'll see about that. Here is just a close-up look. So again, it's going to be kind of hard to see all the details on the figures themselves because they're dark, that really dark gray plastic. Hopefully you guys can see that. And you can see underneath the bike here, there's also a space where you can plug this onto an action base. And you can have this actually up flying. I think putting it on an action base will actually set it to be really high, and it'll probably look really awkward. But I think if what that'll be useful for is actually just making this into a diorama. It'll just save you the time of just having to drill the hole there, which really wouldn't be too big of a deal. And you can just, what I'll probably do is just, what I actually am kind of thinking what I want to do with these is just make them just little tiny dioramas like on top of little wood blocks. I think would be nice and just kind of cute and quaint for these. So I'll just probably just use a clear rod just into there and then into the block of wood kind of thing. So you can see we have that little clear piece here for the front light there as well, so that'll look good. I mean, if you wanted to go ahead and like wire that up with some LED, I'm sure you could do that. There's enough space in here. I think you could manage to wire that up. This main part of the bike is pretty hollow, so it'd be pretty relatively easy if you've got some LED like wiring experience to do that, and then you can just run that wire out the bottom there to your base or whatever you want to do. Again, in there for the control panel, that's a sticker, and that sticker does look pretty good. All that detail is molded onto there, so you can just paint that all up yourself if you want. If you don't want to use the sticker, I mean, could go both ways. I think the sticker does work really well. It'll definitely save you some time of painting that, but otherwise, really quite nice. For a size comparison, here it is compared with a 1/144 scale Gundam, so you can see going to be quite small indeed. Definitely, if you are going to be hand painting those little character figures, you're going to want some experience in tiny painting. Just to show you, for example, another couple of tiny figures that I've recently reviewed for you guys, the 1/35 scale Mac-K kits, which do seem to be sort of, I think, in a kind of similar scale. So I'm not sure, and I don't think it says anywhere on the box exactly what the scale is supposed to be for the Dragon Ball kit, but it looks pretty similar in terms of their scaling, because in the Mac-K kit here, it does have like a human head, like the guy's head is inside that clear part, and it is pretty similar in scale to Bulma's head, which should be pretty close there. So I think if you wanted, you could do like a kind of crossover diorama, including both of these. I mean, if you have these, which as I found out from my review of these Mac-K kits, that they're pretty hard to find already. So I know you guys who are looking for those are probably having some trouble finding those, but I think that's something that I might think about since I have a few of those Mac-K kits. I might think about maybe doing some kind of like small little diorama of a couple of these kits together, like with the Mac-K kit together with one of the Dragon Ball kits. I think could look pretty cool. They do have a sort of similar kind of style to them in that sort of kind of retro mechanic look. Not so much this bike, but some of the other model kits that will be coming out in the Dragon Ball line. Also, here is the romantic parts for Bulma's romantic fighter plane. It's just the lower part of the wings. So that's all we're going to have just include with this kit. So I mean, if you're just having this kit, you're going to have this extra part kind of with nothing to do with it. But why not just collect them all, right? So that's it for the review here of the Capsule No.9, Bulma's Capsule No.9 motorcycle. Cool kits. Like I said, it's about the same price as a petite guy, actually. So I mean, it's probably in terms of like its general size, probably around the same size as like the head of a petite guy, but it's got obviously a lot more detail in there and actually a lot more parts included with this. So it's pretty cool, yeah. If you guys want to pick this up, I got this from HLJ. I'm sure you can probably get this from other sites as well. Definitely check it out. I'll be taking a look at the second Volume 2 in the line, Ox King's vehicle. I'll be taking a look at that up next for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.